Tea time with Trav. Whenever they would be home alone, the lights will flicker on and off. The TV will go on and off. The dad rushes home to find that there was a man in the wall. What's going on, y'all? It's Ayootravv, and I'm back, I'm back again, y'all. Today we got a tomahawk. And I want to let y'all know, I don't know what temperature this is because I put it in the oven and I forgot what time I put it in there. So it's either right, undercooked, or overcooked. I don't know. Father God, I come today to ask that you make sure that this steak is done the way I need it to be done. That's it. Real simple prayer. Amen, amen, amen. Let me roll my sleeves. I'm about to jump right up in here. Boom, 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 da, 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 da. Oh, and then I have like some teriyaki noodles and then broccoli. I'm actually really scared. I don't know. Y'all, look how juicy it is. Or should I give y'all this side? I'll give y'all this side. Lord. I hope it's done. Oh my God. Alright. Okay, y'all. It's definitely done. Y'all know I like mine to be a little pinkish red. It's done the way I need to. Whew, praise God. I don't know how tender that is, y'all. I'm excited. I was gonna cry if it wasn't cooked right. It was actually on sale though at Publix. But who wanna have this big juicy steak and not be cooked properly? I'm gonna cut off this piece so I give y'all a close up. I know y'all gonna judge me for the color. I know y'all gonna judge me for the color. But y'all know this how he eat my steak. How are they going in there? Y'all, every time I do a ribeye, I tell myself, next time you do this, trim the fat off. Next time you do this, trim the fat off. I never do. Like, all of this is fat right here. So I gotta try to eat around the fat. The fat is good and flavorful, but I don't want to get full off the fat. I want to get full off the meat. Let me eat that whole thing. Probably eat this whole thing too. I didn't contradict everything I said, but same thing. These noodles are good. I probably could put a little bit more butter in it, but I feel good. Speaking of butter, do y'all know butter is almost $5 a pack? That's ridiculous. You know how much it's a short? Okay, we went, since 2020, we had a short on toilet tissue, chicken, allegedly, butter, jars, you know, that like we put our sauce in. It was short on those. What else we got a short on? We got a short on real niggas. Ain't too many of them walking around anymore. Now I am gonna cut this fat off right here. Cause this is just a big thing of fat. I would have bit into that, think it's juicy meat, and it's not. Like it's all fat. All fat. This medium. That knife is just going through there like butter. 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 Tea time with Trav. I'm gonna bit my finger. Okay, y'all. So the story that we're about to talk about today, I'm gonna pull it up. It's actually a true story. I seen it on Investigation Discovery, but they did like reenactments. But this is actually a true story. 1 second. Okay. The Man in the Wall. That's the story we're about to talk about. So, 2 little girls, how old were they? It actually doesn't say. It doesn't say. But a father got a call from his neighbor saying that his daughters were running out of the house and like they were in fear and they had blood on them. So the dad rushes home to find that there was a man in the wall. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the story. So the guy was a single dad. He had 2 young daughters. I don't remember their exact age, but I know they weren't like over 15 or anything like that. I actually think they weren't even teenagers at all. And they would always tell me that they're scared to stay at home because they thought that it was like the house was haunted. And of course, you have kids saying stuff like that. You don't fully believe it because kids' imaginations are wild. But also, sometimes kids get separation anxiety. So, they'll fake and say, oh, I'm sick, da-da-da-da, just because they want their parents not to go to work. They want to spend time with them. I've done it. Y'all probably did it. Y'all kids probably did it. Y'all grandkids probably did it. And if they didn't, they probably will. So, whenever they will be home alone, the lights will flicker on and off. The TV will go on and off. Or it'll change channels on its own. So they're scared to death because they think there's a ghost. Right? Also, there will be messages written on the wall in blood. I would have been scared too. Even right now, I would still be scared if I seen something like that. And I would just be like, here, whoever it is, have the house. Keep it. I don't want it. I don't want to come here at all. So there was one time in particular, they were sitting there watching TV, and the pots and pans just fell. There's nobody in the house but them. Pots and pans all just fall. as they're going to try to figure out, what caused it to happen, because, sometimes gravity just do her thing. And she makes stuff happen. She makes stuff fall. She makes stuff tip over, lean, whatever. As they're going to do that, the lights are going on and off. Now they scared. They scared as hell, as they should be. I'm trying to pull up another instance. So, okay, this part is kind of funny, but it's really not funny. So the two daughters tried to do a seance, y'all. Their mother had passed. So they were trying to do a seance to contact their dead mother. Now, this is why I tell people, I don't play with them spirits. Although this wasn't a spirit doing that, they would have never even had this idea that it was a ghost unless they tried to contact their mother. And this may sound rude, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If we didn't get to say something while you was here, save it. Save it for when we reconnect. If you in heaven and I come up there, let's talk about it. If you in hell and I come down there, let's talk about it. If I'm in heaven, you in hell, we weren't supposed to get off our chest. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that evil spirit stuff. Because you never know who you inviting up in your house. You might think you reaching grandma, but in reality, you reaching Charles Lee Ray from Chucky. You never know. You done brought Annabelle up in your house because you wanted to speak to your grandma. I would never, I promise you, I would never try to contact the dead. I don't care who it is. And it is stuff that I be wanting to say to my loved ones that in passed and went on to glory. I just gotta chalk it up to the game. I gotta say it at night when I do my praise, and I just hope that they hear me. And 9 times out of 10, they probably hear me. They just can't talk back, and that's cool. Meet me in my dreams. Don't come up in here. When I'm asleep, my head's on that pillow. That's when we can talk. Other than that, So when they first started seeing signs of lights flickering or hearing sounds or TV going off, they thought it was their mother. They thought their mother was coming there just letting them know, like, hey, I'm here. This is my present. So now, one of the biggest things that they were experiencing, and this happened all throughout the day, except for when the dad was home. It would be knocks on the wall. In the middle of the night, waking them up out of sleep. When they get home from school. But it would never happen while the dad was there. So to him, he thinking kids are being kids, or they're paranoid. Y'all know whenever kids go through stuff, parents be like, oh, well, you ain't really, we have a little puppy love. You ain't really experienced no heartbreak until you da-da-da-da-da. So they really don't be believing the stuff that kids say because the imagination is so big. I know he wish he would have. So now, one time in particular, get over there. This was in 1987 is when all this happened. They heard strange sounds coming from the basement. Now, when they went down there, written in blood on the wall, it says, I'm in your room, come find me. I'm in your room, come find me. The way I would have ran up out of that house, I wouldn't have had to find nothing. People would have had to find me. They would have had to find my spirit, because my spirit and my soul would have been, my spirit and my body would have been on 2 different sides of the United States. Because hell no. Hell no. And now when they saw this message, this is when they ran. They ran out of the house screaming. And they said that they were just looking for any neighbor. Now, when the dad came home, he noticed that it wasn't in blood. It wasn't written in blood. It was actually written with ketchup. So he thinks they're setting this up. Literally. I think I'm put a link to the article in the description below. He thinks they're doing this as a cry out for help, like a cry for attention, because their mother had passed. And kids, they probably grieve a little bit harder than adults. So he ignores it. Okay, so it dies down for a little bit, y'all. And now they get another message. This message says, "I'm back. Find me if you can." They run out the house again. They find another neighbor. The neighbor called the dad. Now, oh, this is actually, I'm getting a little chill, y'all. All right. Now, this time, the dad comes into the house. Now, he's seeing and hearing everything that they're hearing and everything that they've been seeing. So now he's starting to believe them. He sees another message, and of course, it's written in ketchup. This message says, "Marry me." Marry me, y'all. So he continued to, scope out the house. He went to the daughter's room, and he sees a teenage boy dressed up as his deceased wife. Let me tell you something. The way the police wouldn't have even had to do anything to him, because I would have taken care of everything myself. Sorry, not sorry. Because at this point, you've harassed my daughters for months. You also separated me and my daughters because I'm not believing them. I'm thinking they're playing tricks on me. They're crying out for attention. Lo and behold, they were telling the truth. And now it says, he was dressed as his deceased wife wearing a blonde wig and face paint. And now some reports say he was wearing her wedding dress. Some say he wasn't. I don't think they confirmed that, or at least this article that I'm reading doesn't confirm it. But that's not all. He actually had a weapon. He was holding a hatchet. Y'all know what hatchet is? Pause this video, Google it, come right back. So the dad ends up fighting the boy. And as he fights him off and he gets to run away, the boy escapes. They call the police. The police do a search of the house. They find him in their walls. In the walls. In the walls of the house. So it says, they noticed a gap between the wall and the built-in cabinet in one of the daughter's bedroom. And he was crouched in a crawl space behind that cabinet. So they found that he had been hiding in the home through those walls. And he was able to carve different peepholes around the house, which is how he was able to see who was there, what they were doing, where they were at, etc. So say he was held in a juvenile detention facility until October 1987. Now let me tell you something. So all of this happened, he had been doing this for a year. Well, no. Not a full year. But he started in 1986. And he was arrested in October of, no, he got out October 87. I don't know. I'm confusing myself. I'm confusing myself. Y'all know math not my strong point. But y'all, it doesn't stop there. After he got out, in December of 1987, literally 2 months after he was released, a guy came home and found his pregnant wife and 2 children murdered. The wife was also sexually assaulted. He sexually assaulted her, shot her twice. And the 2 kids were drowned in a bathtub. What the hell? What the hell? And this right here is another case. Oh, Phoenix gonna try to eat this. This right here is another case of the police not doing their job properly. Reason why I say that is because this little boy has been terrorizing this family for however long. He found a way to creep into their house and live inside of their walls. Phoenix, get away from our feet. Sit down. Sit down. He found a way to live in their home. Not only that, he tried to attack the dad with a hatchet. Therefore, that right there shows that he has some type of violent mindset. What did I say? Violent. Did I say that right? Violent. I think I said that right. Y'all will correct me if I did it. Anyway, they let the boy out in the same year. Like, how did he not get arrested? Like, I want to know his charges. This article doesn't say his charges. And I get that he was a teenager. However, that crime, he should have been tried as an adult. He should have been tried as an adult. He broke into their house, had been living in their house, harassing children, and tried to kill a dad. And he got out in a few months of a juvenile detention center, not actual jail. And this is, like the police, I swear to God, they do stuff after it's too late. After it's too late. This boy got out and within 2 months killed 3 people. Technically 4, if you want to be honest, because the wife was pregnant. She was pregnant. And now in 1988, they sentenced him to 3 consecutive life sentences for murder. The only reason why they didn't give him the death penalty was because in Massachusetts, they couldn't. They couldn't at the time. I wonder if he's still alive. Sit down. Oh, this man he was up for parole in 2019. But he was denied. He was denied parole. As a result of these charges. Oh, he actually got resentenced. Oh. So he was 17 when he murdered those people. So he had to have been 16. Maybe just turned 17 when he was living in them people's walls. Huh? Oh, this is getting weirder and weirder. So they're saying that they believe that this isn't the first time that he's done that. Oh my God, they're saying in 1986, he held a man hostage, a man and his 3 daughters hostage in their home. Oh my God. And they were able to escape by climbing out of a bedroom window. The other boy going to hell. He already in jail. He going to hell next. Hell is next for him. Oh, this bone. See, now I'm about to have to eat around the bone. About to have to eat around the bone, y'all. We done here. The way it used to be. All right, y'all. I'm out to sign out. Y'all already know what to do. Check the description box below for the website, www.ayootravv.com. Nigga, Ayoos, Ayoos, Ayootravv, all that. We don't want to. If you have not subscribed to the channel, grab the button right there. Boom. Hit the bell right there. Boom. So you can be notified each and every time I drop a new video. But if and only if you want to stay connected with Ayootravv, jump back into the description box, go down to the bottom. Boom. Right there, they're going to see me on social media. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, BIGO. Add me, follow me, leave me a comment on Instagram, leave me a DM on Instagram, leave me a comment here, do whatever. Let me know, so I don't know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you want me to say, what you don't want me to say, what you want me to do, what you don't want me to do. Other than that, it's been real. Ayootravv is out.